Hey guys, this is my second video, and I'm gonna talk about how the George Zimmerman not guilty plea. This one is also like a really sad, unfortunate story. People on Facebook were like really going off and like really upset that he was not guilty. And I understand, you know, I was really pissed off too because I really feel like he deserves to go to jail. Also, there was like people on Facebook saying how they really don't want to hear about how people feel about the case, and those people who said that really need to shut up, because if that was your son or your brother, you wouldn't be feeling that way. You would be ready to kill George Zimmerman. And even if it didn't start out, my opinion, even if personally it didn't start out as a social or racial issue, it became that because Trayvon Martin was black and George Zimmerman is Hispanic. But the only reason George Zimmerman got off free is because his dad is an ex-judge and he has connections, he has money, so there was no way that they were going to put his son in jail. But then also it like brings you back to like the O.J. Simpson trials, when it kind of turned to was he gonna go to jail, and he ultimately didn't because he also had connections. He was like a beloved football player, you know, in the community. Everybody loved him. Nobody wanted to believe that he killed his wife, and because he was so important to the community and he had money and connections for lawyers and, you know, to pay anybody to let him free, he got off. With that story particularly, you really don't know if he murdered her or not, but you will never know. But it's really, you know, some people's like, why are you even bringing that up? Because it's kind of like almost the same concept, but not really. Because think about this: if Trayvon is black and George Zimmerman is Hispanic, if Trayvon would have killed Zimmerman, he would have got 20 years to life in jail without the possibility of parole, just because he's a black man killing, his skin is white, so a white man, he would have got time in jail. And if Zimmerman was black and Trayvon was white, Zimmerman would have got the death penalty, or, you know, a life sentence. But seeing as how he had the money and the connections, nobody wanted to put him in jail. And I really don't understand how 6 women on a jury could not put themselves in the shoes of Trayvon's mother and give this man a not guilty plea. That sounds crazy. And people are like, there's not enough evidence to convict him of a crime. I think it's plenty of evidence. Are we really living in a country where a dog's life is more valuable than a human, than a 17-year-old boy who wanted Arizona and Skittles? Is that where we living in? Because if that's the case, if he could get away with murder, then does that mean I can go kill every bitch that crossed me and I can get away with it? It sounds like that to me. Like, people are thinking that way, and with reason, because he had no right to follow Trayvon anywhere and kill him. And even if Trayvon did beat his ass, he deserved it because he was fighting for his life. He was scared. You pointing a gun at him and he's not supposed to fight you? Of course he is. Absolutely. With every right. But that doesn't give you the right to kill him. And I'm really happy that Obama, after he heard the trial, he took out federal charges on George Zimmerman. So this story is definitely not over. He's not getting away with anything. And even if he's free from jail for now, he's definitely not free from the community, because he has become a living target for the people who, you know, wanted him to be guilty. There was a rally, like a riot in 42nd Street, Union Square, for Trayvon, and it was hundreds of people, thousands of people marching, you know, and it's just not fair. It's really not fair. And my heart goes out to his mom and his dad and his family, because you saw her in the courtroom when she heard that not guilty. She was just crushed, like. And I completely understand, because if that was my son, I probably would have went to jail for killing Zimmerman. But rest in peace, Trayvon. You live on in everybody's hearts. But there'll definitely be justice for you one day.